Good morning, everybody. You are watching The Cup of Joe Show. I'm your host, Joe Jones. Let's see here. I was trying to find my sunglasses. It's a little bright right now over here. Well, not too bad, but I have really sensitive eyes. And that's not that. That is not them. Oh, there they are. I got paint all over them though. So, what are y'all up to today? Hey, good morning, Angela. Sorry, I got bad vision too. I gotta get really close to the phone. Trying to get this paint off my glasses. Off my sunglasses. We got Wendy. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Just wanted to get on here after last night. I don't know. Well, I know Brown Girl was here last night in the live stream. Let's see. We got Tawana. Everything's going better today. Thus far. But I wanted to get on here and apologize for last night's live stream. Some of y'all seen that. I didn't have a very good day yesterday. Is how that started out. I was not having a good day. I was trying to help Alicia, and I've got a video that I'm gonna post because I was working on her truck for like 6.5 hours, and this dude, like, her truck broke down and she like had to drive it into a church because it was like the brakes went out, so she had to pull into a church real quick, into a church parking lot, and they got real mad about her truck being there, and they were like, oh, this is unauthorized parking, we're gonna have your truck towed, this and that. So, and I told them, like, oh, look, I'm here to fix this truck. I got to replace the brake caliper, all that stuff. And they were just like insisting that we get the truck off their property. Real Christ-like, right? Real love thy neighbor style. Just very angry, get off our property. So, couldn't do that, obviously. So we got the part, and I'm working on it, and we just kept running into problem after problem after problem. Like, it was kind of unbelievable. It was like one thing after another. Good morning, everybody. It was like, let's see what happened first. First thing, I had brought my jack, and the jack wasn't going up high enough to lift her truck up. I couldn't get the wheels off the ground. My jack just wasn't big enough. So I had to go get another jack, go all the way and get another jack, a bigger one, and did that, and got the tire off, got the brake caliper off, and then realized that there's only one brake pad in the caliper. There's supposed to be two. And when I took the caliper off, parts of the caliper just broke and fell on the ground. And you'll see that in the video, how broken it was. But I called AutoZone, and I was like, just to verify, is there supposed to be two brake calipers in here? And they're like, yes, there's supposed to be two. So I was like, okay, that's a problem. So then we had to go get more brake pads for her. She had to get more brake pads. And then the rotor is cracked. The rotor is what the brake pads push against to stop the truck. There's a big piece about that wide that's broken. And I'm assuming that is what caused this whole problem. Because as it started closing in on the rotor, I guess the brake pads are really thin and just got caught in that, that gap. The brake pad got caught up in it somehow or whatever, and it broke, and it like exploded the brake pad, and then by that happening, it broke everything inside the caliper, and the caliper started leaking brake fluid. The problem with that is if you damage your brake line or your caliper like that and it's leaking brake fluid, you'll hit the brakes and your brake pedal will go all the way to the floor and you'll have no brakes. It's one of the most dangerous things that can happen to you. It's happened to me before. My brake line was leaking and I ran completely out of brake fluid. But so that we had to go get brake pads, and you know, so then we get the dude. He tells us I had 20 minutes to get everything back together and get her truck off the property, or he's calling tow truck. So I'm rushing, you know, trying to put the brake pads on, put the caliper back on, all this stuff. And I get everything on. I'm like, perfect. And I go to start the truck. The battery's dead. It won't start. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And so get some jumper cables out of her truck, and I'm trying to start her truck, and it's a brand new battery. The battery just went out on her truck like a month ago, and we had to get a replacement battery from Walmart. It was still under warranty, thankfully. So this is a brand new battery. It's maybe been on there maybe 4 weeks, and trying to get this thing to start. 20 minutes, I can't get this thing to start, and the dude comes back out. Oh, the truck needs to be moved, this and that. I'm like, dude, I can't get the battery to start. And so got to take the battery off now, and then we got to take the battery to Walmart and tell them, hey, y'all's battery is not working. So they check the battery. It's a bad battery, and this is like the 5th battery that she's gone through in a year from Walmart. Don't ever get batteries from them. I would not recommend them. Let me just say it like that. Hope my phone doesn't start overheating because it's right here in the sun. Hold on, just get it out of the sun. I know how this phone can be. Let's see. Hey, good morning, good morning. So we gotta go to Walmart now. Take the battery out of her truck, go all the way to Walmart. They check it, it's another bad battery. They exchange it, thankfully. Go back to the truck, put the battery on, I get it cranked, the brakes are still going to the floor, and I'm like, shoot, I gotta bleed the brakes. So then I realized I don't have a kit to bleed the brakes. So I use this little tube that I had, and I'm trying to bleed the brakes, and I'm trying to do it, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I think it just makes the problem worse, because now we're losing brake fluid all over the parking lot, and the dude's griping and complaining about, you're getting brake fluid all over the parking lot. The truck needs to be moved. I'm gonna tow it. All this stuff. And so we're like, okay, we're running, it's dark now, we're running out of time. And she's like calling me and stuff, because she wasn't with us. She didn't have a way to get there. She's like 20 miles away. But I'm telling her, I'm like, look, Alicia, I've done everything I can do for your truck. I cannot get this thing to move. Like, I fixed the brake caliper, I put new brake pads on it, I replaced the battery, and now the brakes still aren't working, and I can't get the air out of the brakes. And so, you know, she's freaking out. She starts crying, and she's like, just try to put a strap to from my truck to your truck and tow it. So I have this little strap, and I'm like, all right, you know, we're desperate. I got to get this truck off the property. He's put a ticket, an orange ticket on her window for it to be towed already, you know, all that stuff. And try to tow it, and as soon as I start going, I don't even get 1 foot, and the strap just snaps in half, breaks. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So I was not having a good day yesterday. So you know, for somebody to jump in my comments and said what they said, you know, it was just wasn't good. It wasn't you know. So that's why, if you were watching last night, that's why the vulgar language was used, because that person tried to say I was lying about helping her, and because I had asked for help to get the brake caliber, because I didn't have the money to get it, so I had asked for help on her behalf, and somebody was very offended that I was asking for help for her. So yeah, I believe so. Lotus flower. So so as far as I know, the truck is still there. I was not able to move the truck. And I told her, I said, somebody's gonna have to bleed the brakes before we move it. But I don't think that nobody's gonna come out to do that. And what sucks is there's a brake shop, like, maybe, I don't know, 100 yards down the road, like literally a football field away. But I don't know, it's just dangerous to try to hook a strap from my truck to her truck, and we got to go through an intersection, and she has no brakes. So when I stop, she's gonna slam into the back of me. So that's the problem we're dealing with now. But she's like, if I can get it to the brake shop, it'll be 120 for them to bleed the brakes. And she's like, if they tow it with one of their trucks, or however they would do it, she's like, it'd be 85 to tow it, which is just ridiculous. It's like literally right there, but almost $100 just to tow it, a football field away. But I think what I'm gonna do is, I've got like a heavy duty strap that I'm gonna just try to strap from her truck to mine, and see if we can safely pull her truck without her slamming into me and tearing both of our vehicles up. And maybe maybe they can do it, as long as I can get it to the shop. Yeah. But that dude at the church, man, he was he was getting on my nerves. So I was like, dude, I'm trying to help this girl, and y'all got a whole congregation walking past us that could help but won't. So yeah, I got home okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's at a church. Yeah, dude's just crying about it, saying it's unauthorized parking, and it's like in the back of the church, like not even where everybody parks. Like, there's just a few cars that park back there. There's maybe like 10 cars spread out back there, but like 200 in the front of the church. So but I guess he was a pastor, but not a very good one, because when I was a pastor, I never acted like that. I would never do somebody like that. If I seen somebody was in help, I would help them. I still do. I try to help somebody every day here in my community in Texas. It's like, people get mad at me because they say that I help too much, and that I'm running my truck into the ground because I give people rides, and I go work on people's vehicles for free, and just stuff like that. But it is what it is. I just that's why, like, when I say, like, we have to help black women, I literally practice what I preach. Like, I'm down here in Texas doing everything I can for black women in my community. So, and like when I say that, like that's to the men that watch me. There's a lot of men that watch this channel. Not a lot of them comment, but there's a lot of men that watch this channel. When I go to YouTube Studio, it tells me how much of my audience is male, how much of my audience is female, you know. Um, so there's a lot of men that watch this channel. So when I say stuff like that, like, hey, we got to help black women. We got to protect black women. We need to respect black women. They deserve to be respected like any other woman. You know, that's for the men. You know, that's, you know, I mean, I can't do everything for everybody, you know, but if we can touch the world like that through this channel, you know, maybe you're in Chicago and there's a man, maybe you're in Chicago and you're watching, you know, there's something you can do, you know, maybe you're in Texarkana, maybe you're in Georgia, you know, uh, just try to help the women in your community, man. You know, that's where it starts. That's what we got to do. You can be the change, you know, as simple as that sounds and as cheesy as that sounds, that is the truth. You can be the change that your community needs. You know, I'm trying to be the change my community needs until I can scale this channel up, and then we can help people on a nationwide level, you know. Like I said yesterday, uh, you know, if you are going through something and you need to talk to somebody about it, you can reach out to me. You can email me. I have my email in the description of the channel. Uh, you know, I'm here to help any way I can. If you want to start a GoFundMe and you want me to share your GoFundMe on this channel, I will do that. You know, I want this channel to be, what's the word? A way of helping people. You know, I've always said, like, and I said it last night, that you know, some of y'all have become closer to me than my own family members. You know, some of y'all have been there more for me than my own family has been in the past 10 years. You know, so the way I look at this channel, like, we're family here. You know, this is not an average YouTube channel. You know, this channel is to help people. You know, if you're going through something and you know, I don't know, you can't pay your electric bill or something, reach out to me. Let's make a GoFundMe. Let's raise some money for you. Let's make sure that we take care of each other. You know, that's what I want this channel to be. You know, because there's a lot of people on here that care about each other. Y'all care about each other, you know, and I care about y'all as well. And I don't want to see nobody struggling. You know, like, that's what family does. Family helps each other. So y'all have helped me. If there's any way I can help you in return, I would love to know. Reach out to me. You know, that's what I want to do. Like, that's where my heart is. So, you know, like, that's why I'm, you know, trying to help Alicia, because literally she has no family to call. And some of y'all watching, some of y'all, you got nobody to call. You have no family that will help you when problems persist. Maybe you're like me, you don't have any friends. You know, I got like one friend that I hang out with, and that's Justin. Like, that is it. You know, like, that's pretty much it. I don't really hang out with anybody else. Um, it's just, it's hard to find friends that are legit, like, that are actually there for you, you know? I mean, I got another friend. He's like a brother to me, but we don't get to see each other too much, you know? He lives a little ways away, um, but I mean, he's, you know, he's been there for me too, you know, but some people, they don't have friends they can ask for help. Some people don't have good credit. They can't go get a loan. Some people can't get a credit card because they don't got good credit. You know, I'm in the process of rebuilding my credit right now. My credit's a nightmare. So I'm one of those people, I can't qualify for a loan. I can't qualify for a credit card. I don't have family to call. I don't have friends to ask, you know, so. call. Can y'all still hear me? Freshly baked double fudge brownies. Thank you so much. As we say in the Caribbean, big up. That's a friendly hail out. All right. Thank you for your comment. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, the shirt. Yeah, see? Aaliyah. Gotta represent, man. Y'all know Aaliyah is one of my favorites. I love Aaliyah. CC. That's right. Pull us together as a family. That's right. What's going on, CC? Good to see you. Oh, absolutely. So I'm just reading some of these comments, getting caught up. Hey, I love y'all too. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Shanae? Glad you was able to join the live stream today. And last night. I think you were on there last night as well. So, but I was just making this video to apologize for my angry outburst. Sorry about that. People keep calling my phone. And the phone is like right in the sun now. Can y'all hear me now? My hat's like messed up. My hat keeps getting bent up. Whoop. Gotta fix that. Okay. But what really made me mad was this particular person was trying to prevent Alicia, who is a black woman, from getting help. You know, so that really made me bad because her baby daddy said he was going to help her at first. And he was going to tow the car or something like that. But he made her pay him. And then at the last minute, he said he wasn't going to do it. So he took her money and then didn't do anything. And she had nobody else to call except for me, you know, and I didn't have the money for the brake caliber. So I said, you know, I'll ask and see if I can raise some money to help you. And this particular person is just trying to say that I was making up a story and trying to scam people and this and that. But, you know, I figured somebody might say that, but that's why I made a video, and it's coming. I made a video of the truck while I was working on it. So, you know, you just got to let the haters, you know, I know that I gotta ignore them, but it's really hard when people try to say stuff like that, you know, because I would never lie to anybody, especially on this channel or anything like that. I would never scam anybody. So, you know, it's just ridiculous. And I think I know who it was, you know. So, I mean, they didn't have it was just like username 60089 or something like that. You know, no picture or anything like that. So I don't know exactly who it was, but I have a whatever, you know. I think I know who it was. And even if it wasn't, whoever it was, you know, they have no right to say that. That's extremely rude and disrespectful to speculate that I'm a piece of shit like that, you know, because I would never do that. Sorry, I'm trying to put this teddy bear over the phone because it's sun is like right here on the camera, and some, you know, these iPhones, they like to overheat. Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate that. That's true, Lotus. That is very true. Let the light outshine the darkness. You are a very anointed man of God, and that is why the enemy attacks you through the haters. Please do not let the haters get to you. Keep writing for us. Yes, ma'am. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the arena. Welcome to this blue planet. There will always be haters. Never give in to them. Yep. And like yesterday, as y'all heard, all the stuff I went through yesterday, like yesterday was not the day to start, talking all that crap. So, but I understand, some people, and it's just some people like that. Last week when I had asked for help, I was in a really bad position. And again, thank you to each and every person that helped me. I would not be doing a live stream right now without y'all. So thank you y'all to those who helped me. Some people were just saying, like, if the thing is, like, and we're taught as kids, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But just like some people just feel the need to run their mouth when you're in a position and you're struggling. It's like, why are you gonna go and try to insult that person for struggling? Oh, why don't you go get a job? Oh, okay. Well, if I could just make people hire me because I'm self-employed, if I could just make people, I can't just go out and say, hey, I'm going to build a shed for you today and you're going to pay me. That's not how this industry works. Unless you own a business, you can't just go and work. That's not how it works. You can't just go to work. You have to market, you have to talk to people, you have to go bid jobs, you have to wait for them to respond to you. It's very stressful. And that's what I do. I'm self-employed. So if a customer doesn't like my price or it's a slow season, then you suffer, but fingers crossed this year it's gonna take off, right? Woohoo! So we have good months, and then we have some months where we don't work at all, and it's very hard, and we have to go outside our realm of what we normally do. Like last month we didn't have any framing jobs. That's what we do. We frame sheds and frame small houses. But if we don't have that, sometimes we have to take whatever we can get, right? So sometimes we'll take on an interior job, which is not what we specialize in. I can do it, but that's not my specialty. So we did a job where we were doing the interior of a shed that we built, and he wanted these wood panels all around the wall and all on the ceiling, and that job almost killed us. It was completely not profitable. I underbid it. And then the guy talked me down like another $500, and it took us like 13 days to complete it. So, so sometimes, people just don't know. You don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know what somebody's work situation is, and it's like you could do a job and it not be profitable at all, but you still have to finish that job. It's a contract. You can't just walk off the job because you're not making money. If you screw yourself on that, then that's what you did. You screwed yourself, but you still have to finish the job. You still have to upkeep your reputation. You have to be honest with people, and you have to be honest with yourself. And sometimes you screw yourself. It happens. That's just how this industry is. But I'm a framer. I'm a carpenter. That's what I do. That is my profession. That is my career. It's just like any other job, it's got its ups and downs, and if you are self-employed, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you sell products, sometimes it's going to be good. Sometimes you might not sell anything for 4 weeks, but does that mean that you give up selling what you've invested yourself in for 10 years? Does that mean you just give up and go work a 9 to 5? No, I don't think so. Some people, it's not in them to work a 9 to 5. That ain't me. Like, I tried it. I didn't like it. I went out on my own at 23 years old and started my own company. You know, so that's just the way it is. You know, some people they like the security, and some people rather prefer the freedom of being their own boss, and so that's kind of how I am. You know, but it's risky. You know, you have to be willing to sacrifice a lot of stuff. That's the pattern, isn't it? Yeah. You have to be willing to sacrifice things, and you know, a lot of hungry days, lots of hungry days until you get to the point where you want to be, you know, because you will get to that point. I haven't reached that point yet. I haven't reached that point with this channel. I haven't reached that point with my business, but you got to keep going. You got to keep working at it. You got to keep pushing. So this is your encouragement today. If you've been thinking about, or maybe you have a YouTube channel and it's not growing, just keep making videos, just keep pushing. Because there was a time where I was stuck at like 120 subscribers for like 3 years. I couldn't go above that. Could not make it above that. Now I'm up to 25,000. It's taken me about 7 years to get to this point. And I mean, other channels, they grow, seems overnight, and they've got millions, but I've got 25,000 really good people that I talk to. You know, I mean, I don't talk to all 25,000. You know, we might have like, I think at the most it's like 15, 20 people during a live stream, but I enjoy talking to y'all, you know. So this is your sign. If you've got a YouTube channel and you've been discouraged, or maybe you started a business and you've been working at it, you know, for 6 or 7 years, and you want to give up, don't give up. I'm not giving up ever. I will never give up. People tell me all the time, why are you still doing this? It's not helping you. You're in the same position, blah, 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 blah. Don't give up, because hard work does pay off, and you will succeed. I will succeed as well. I believe it will be this year. And I know I have said that every year, and I'm going to keep saying it till it happens, you know. So when people say, well, how's your business? I'm say, better than last year, not as good as the next. So keep working at it, you know. Or if you're thinking maybe you want to go out and start a business, I recommend it. I do. Yes, it's hard. Yes, sometimes it sucks. Yes, sometimes you may love what you do. It may be your passion, but you can find that you can get frustrated even with your passion. But when you do, just step away, take a deep breath, you know, take a breather, go to sleep, reset your mind, and go back at it the next day. You know, there's sometimes we're building a house, it's frustrating, it's hot. We're in Texas, it gets up to 121 is the hottest weather I've worked in. But that was because we were right on the lake, and the water was like reflecting the sun, and the thermostat, we said 121 on the lake. That almost killed me. You know, we've had heat strokes. Me, Justin, and Alicia have had heat strokes. I've had hypothermia working in the cold. There's a little chihuahua running around the parking lot. Hope it doesn't get ran over. I don't know where the owner is. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes what I do is hard. I've shot myself in the hand with a nail gun in like 112-degree weather. I was already dehydrated. I was dizzy. Thought I was going to pass out. That's why I accidentally shot myself right through the tip of the finger. So it has its ups and downs, but I would not change it for anything. Every other job that I do comes secondary to my first love, which is carpentry. My dad was a carpenter. His dad was a carpenter. His dad was a carpenter. So it's just in my blood. And this is not even something that I wanted to do growing up. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a mechanic. So that's how I know how to work on trucks and stuff and cars for people. That was my passion. I wanted to be a mechanic. And then some type of shift just happened where it was like, I don't know, was going through an old photo book of my dad, because my dad passed away when I was 2.5 years old. And I just kind of started wondering about my dad a little bit, wanting to get to know him a little better and who he was, what he did, and stuff about his life. And the more I learned about him and started visiting with my grandpa, and he was telling me how they used to build houses, it was just kind of something that just kind of clinged on to me. And I just started getting excited every time I passed by a house that was being built. And I'm like, whoa, dude. And it kind of just started feeling like I wanted to cheat on like being a mechanic. It was kind of have that feeling like, man, I kind of want this, but it seems wrong. But I'm kind of leaning towards this instead of working on cars. I don't really like working on cars anymore, but I'm really starting to love this whole framing thing. So I quit my job as a mechanic and went and joined the crew. And the first crew I was ever on, I absolutely fell in love with it. Showing up every morning and smelling the fresh lumber, and just being able to take my shirt off and work in the heat and get a suntan, and just hammering nails all day, and and just being around manly men, very masculine men. It's a very masculine profession to be in. I loved it, and like when I was like 19, when I started framing, you'd be building a house kind of on a busy street, and you'd have your shirt off, just looking sexy as hell. And some women would drive by and they'd honk at you and wave, and that makes you feel good about yourself, Of course, makes you feel like, hey, I still look good, which I still look good with my shirt off, but I've lost a lot of muscle now, but I haven't been to the gym in about 3 months. I got sick and got out of the gym, and ended up losing my gym membership. So I need to get back into that when I can, but definitely want to bulk back up by summertime. But I'm just a little twig right now, get a little twig arms, so sorry for that. I've really lost all the muscle I had built over the course of a 1.5 years. But so that's why I do what I do. Thank you, Quintessa. I like your name. I've never heard that name. That's right. Hey, what's going on, CC Wizard? That definitely could be. That's true, Miss Edwards. Y'all still with me? Who's still here? All right. Sorry about that. I had to turn the truck around out of the sun. Probably should have done that in the first place. Not a very good idea to park right in front of the sun. I believe it was almost 80 degrees a few days ago here in Texas. It got to like 77 or 78. It's crazy. And now it's like the day after that, it was like 40. It's weird. But that's what I was saying, carpentry is my first love. I will be a carpenter to the end. But I've got some other passions in life that I like. I am also in a few movies, so I've done some acting and stuff, and I'm trying to get my own cinematic camera so that I can do movies of my own and stuff. I'm also a writer, an author. I have written a interracial love story that takes place in the 1800s. It's called A Different Cowboy. I'm currently finishing up A Different Cowboy Part 2. From what I've heard, the first book was so good, people were kind of upset that I just ended the story, and they felt like the story should have kept going. And So I'm on part 2, and part 2 is much longer and way, way, way better. I've been having technical difficulties for months with my computer with Word, and that has just kind of stopped me. I don't know how I can get around that. Maybe I just got to go to the library and, and finish the book. But I'm literally on the last chapter, so I don't want the last chapter to be like crap, because every chapter has been just fire so far. Like, it's just been so good. Like, there's so much drama in every single chapter. Like, there's no chapter that's just like, that was okay. It's like, I try to pour my heart and soul into everything that I write. And if you're an author, you do the same thing. So thank you. Yeah, I had to roll the sleeves up. But soon and very soon, I will have my tan again, and I will be back in the gym. I will have my muscle. As you can see, my delts are gone. My arms are just flat now. But very soon, things are going to pick up. It's going to pick up. Like CC Wizard said, the 8th year, everything could turn around. I believe it. I do. I believe it. Hey, what's going on? Cup of Joe. Y'all, I love this guy. Well, thank you. I love you too. I don't think I've had the chance to talk to you yet. Joe, you fine. Oh, every day, I try to get up and be finer than a frog hair split 4 ways. I work very hard to maintain my appearance and stuff like that. Some people, when I do my hair, they're like, "You taking way too much time on your hair," and I'm like, "No, it's got to be perfect." I'm just like, "It's got to be perfect." Like, we're just going to the Dollar General. I'm like, doesn't matter. I could, I could run into a director, a producer, or whatever. So you got to live like you're already Hollywood status when it comes to that. I want to make it big in the movies one day. So you gotta act like you're already there. Call things that are not as though they were. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, keep dreaming. All right. That's why I'm already in movies and you're not. Anyway, you can keep dreaming. That's right. Mr. Nunez. See, we got a hater, y'all. We got another hater. It's funny because it's usually the men that hate. Usually the men that like to get on here and start running their mouth. Just shows you how immature most men are. He's not a man, though. Okay. He says he loves me. But, but we'll move on from that. Let's go over the list of the movies that I am in that are coming out this year. Mr. Gates, that's the biggest one. It's either going to be in theaters or Netflix. I know it's going to be on Netflix and Hulu, but I don't know if it's going to be in theaters at this point. The other one is The Broken Vessel. That one, I have the most screen time. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happens in that one with my character. I actually end up getting killed in that movie. And it looks very real. There was no CGI involved. We had to use blanks on a real gun. And it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. We got 10,000 Moons coming out this year. That's a vampire movie that I'm in. I just have a small role as a bartender. What else? Oh, Ballistics. That's a TV show that's coming out. I'm on the SWAT team on that show. That one was kind of cool. You know, got to wear the SWAT team and all that tactical stuff. I'm in a play called Crosses. Also play SWAT team on that. I've been in a show called Mob Money that never aired. I played an FBI agent in that. I was in a show called Active Shooter 2 that's supposed to be on Apple TV. I don't know if it ever will come out because I heard the director got sued because, and I'm not even allowed to say what it's about because it's such a big deal that happened in America that he tried to make a episode based on that event, that he had no permission from the family to film about this particular man. So you can imagine, I'm not going to say any names, but that's supposed to be coming out. As far as that, last I heard, they reached back out to me. He's like, hey, do you want to finish filming this? And I was like, no, I don't. You just let my character stay where it was, and I'm not going any further with this because I don't want to get caught up in that and get sued. But sci-fi people like us look like superheroes. Yeah, just had a dream. There was some drama in between. He got there. So did you learn that Al Green song, Living for You? You were supposed to learn it and sing it. I haven't, actually. I sure haven't. Sorry about that. Living for You. I definitely need to. I have so many songs that people recommend and stuff and that I have to learn. I'm trying to learn that Bruno Mars song still. I learned a little bit of it. I don't even think I remember it now. Somebody wanted me to do Talking to the Moon, and I did a little bit, but I kept messing up on that one. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to start studying stuff again, studying songs. I haven't done karaoke in a while. Sorry, I'm over here in Sketchville. A lot of sketchy people walking around Sketchville. But I don't think I've heard the Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga song either. But yeah. So I mean, those are the other things that I do secondary to framing. You know, framing and carpentry. That's my first thing that I do. You know, but I do like movies when I can and stuff. But I've been out of the spotlight, out of the limelight for a minute now. It's been about 8 months since I've filmed anything. The last thing I filmed was Ballistics, and I don't know what happened. I was talking to them about making my movie, A Different Cowboy. That's the interracial love story from the 1800s. And I wanted the guy to film it, the director. He's a best camera guy I've ever seen. Like, this dude can, he's got the best camera, just knows the best angles and shots and stuff like that, man. And I really wanted him to do it, but I don't know what happened. He said we would start filming it right after Ballistics, but it's been like 8 months. I haven't heard anything from him, so I guess that's not gonna happen. So you know, I'm gonna have to find another camera crew to do it. And then I got to figure out, he was telling me there's a way to apply through the state of Texas to get funding for the movie and stuff like that, but I don't exactly know. I'd have to look into that because that would be a very expensive film to do. I'd have to get horses. We'd have to have costumes. We'd have to travel and find. We'd have to find, you know, different locations to film and stuff like that. You know, I mean, getting horses and stuff, that wouldn't be a big problem, but you know, John Walker Captain America mix with Chris Pratt. Keep pushing. Well, I never heard that before, but thank you, I appreciate that. I have thought to myself that I kind of look like Chris Pratt before. I do see the Chris Pratt a little bit, and maybe the Captain America with the beard. Yeah. So, but yeah. But when I do the movie, at first I was gonna have somebody else play the main characters, but I eventually decided that I should be in the movie. You know, I wrote the book, so I want to be in the movie. And also, I'm gonna have my very good friend Ralph, Mr. Ralph Garrett. Man, that's my brother right there, dude. He's been there for me, man. And he's got me in so many movies. You know, love that guy, man. But he's gonna direct my movie, and he deserves to, man, because every movie that I've been in with him, he has brought out the character in me. Like the last one that we were in, no, the second to last, The Broken Vessel, man. He brought that character. I play a character named Chad. He brought that character out in me. Chad would not have even been the best character in the movie if it wasn't for him, you know. And I'm gonna have him on my show one day, because, dude, I mean, he is a man that not only can I look up to, but he's got so much wisdom. Like he has so much wisdom, you know, and that's hard to find. It's hard to find men that you can trust, that you can learn from, and that you can take advice from. I don't take advice from anybody, like nobody, except for him. When I met him, I found out real quick, this is a wise man right here. This is literally a wise man. He's a wise man. He's a godly man. He's a great actor. He's one of the best actors I've ever met. Probably the best actor, actually. Because there's a lot of actors, they just can't act. You know, which, that's fine, you know. You just got to learn how to, you know, get into the groove, and you can learn. But, you know, this dude, he's the best. He's the best in Dallas, for sure. Best in Dallas that I have ever met. But and I don't know if he's watching right now, but man, I'm telling you. But you're also an author. Have to run now to work on a book I'd like to put out today. We'll email you. Enjoyed this. All right, I'll be looking for your email. Thank you. And that's another thing. If you have a book or a business or whatever it is, I want to promote you on this channel. I am here to help. I'm here to help y'all. You know, y'all have helped me so much in ways you don't even know. Just being able to talk to people from time to time, to get on here, you know, when I'm down and I can talk to y'all, that helps out a lot. You know, I suffer from severe depression episodes from time to time. Sometimes I just get on here and like to make people laugh because it puts me in a better mood, you know. So if you are an author, you have a book that you want to put out there, you got a business you want to put out there, whatever it may be, you've got an idea that you're looking for people to invest in your idea or your business plan or whatever it is, reach out to me, send me an email, and let's talk about it, and let's do it. Let's put it on the channel. If you want to be a guest on the show, I've never had a guest on the show before. If you want to be a guest on the show, that's what we're going to be doing in 2025. Getting on StreamYard, going live just like this, but you can talk about your book, you can talk about your business, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You know, I'm here to promote y'all. I'm here to invest in y'all. I believe in y'all. You know, I want to help y'all. We're a family here. There's 25,000 people on this channel. Chances are, if you're an author, somebody's going to see your book and they're going to want to read it. You know, not many people want to read mine, but maybe they want to, maybe they want to read yours. I've only sold like maybe 12 copies in the past 3 or 4 years, but oh well, you know, there's ways to market it. I just haven't really marketed my book. And I got to change the cover. The cover looks terrible. I remember one time we were on a live stream with a guy we used to talk to, and it was just me and him. And he was telling me how bad the cover of my book looked. He's like, yeah, man, somebody really did a shitty job on your cover. And I'm like, oh yeah, man, they didn't do too good. He's like, yeah, man, it looks terrible. And he's like, look how big the barcode is. It's just awful. And I was like, oh yeah, oh, thank you, man. I'm the one that designed the book. So I don't think he knew that, but I'm just like, all right, I get it. It's a bad cover. I did it. But yeah, what's going on, Angie? Thank you, Angie. I see your comment. Appreciate that. What is my email? Does anybody know my email? It's Cup of Joe Show. Is it Cup of Joe Show 20@gmail.com? Or is it Cup of Joe Show @gmail.com? You can go to my channel, like the home page. I think it's in the about me or the description, and it's got the email in there. I can't ever remember my email for nothing, but it's one of those. Cup of Joe Show @gmail.com or Cup of Joe Show 20@gmail.com. 20. Joe's better than none. That's right. That's right. What I would like to do is combine part 1 and part 2 into one book, you know, because if I could just make it all into one book, that'd be great. It would actually be thick. Be a nice thick book, you know. I think the first one's only like 112 pages, so it's not very thick. It's only like a 1/4 inch thick, and most people read it in a day. Hopefully that means it's good, right? They don't put it down. Or maybe it's just short. It's short and thin. It's not a good combination to have. You know, you want your books to be long and thick, you know. It's more entertaining that way, I think. Let's see. Talking about books, not bookworms, books. Y'all behave. Yeah. But as I was saying, if you got a book, you got a business, you got an idea, you got a dream, whatever it is, hit me up in the email. I want to put you on the show. Put you on the show. Let's get you on the show. You can, you know, let's market your books. Let's market your business. Let's market whatever it is, your dream. You got a business plan. You're looking for investors. Let's put you on the show. And put your email out there. You know, chances are maybe there's somebody watching. Maybe there's an investor watching. Maybe there's, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody watching, casting agent. Maybe you want to be an actress, actor. There could be a casting agent. There could be a talent agent that watches this channel. I have no idea. But I want this channel to be where we can connect. You know? Yeah. I try to be slick, you know. But I want to give back to this channel because y'all have done a lot for me, you know. So any way I can help you, I want to do that. Yeah, y'all check out Her True Love by Coco Storm. Mm, that's right. You know, um, so I mean, I'm all for that. You know, I'm bad. I'm bad. Mm. You know, but I know there's people on this channel that have a heart of gold. There's people on this channel that have dreams. They've shared with me their dreams. A few of them right here on the screen in the comments. If you've shared with me your dreams and your aspirations, and I know where you're trying to get in life, and I want to help you get there. You know, there's people on this channel that have wanted to be in movies. You know, and when I start making movies, you know, might be able to do that. Might be able to put you out there, put you in a movie, you know, get you started. So, you know, so when I get my camera and I get my production company going, you know, might be able to fly you out here to Texas, put you in a movie, or I may be in your hometown one day filming, because I'm not just filming here in Texas. I'm going around, I'm moving around, I'm looking for actors, actresses. You know, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it to the fullest extent. Ain't nothing about to be half done here. It's gonna be done all the way. You know. What's the weather like in Texas? It's pretty sunny today. Actually, it was getting pretty hot in my truck. When I first went live about an hour ago, I had to turn the truck around because the sun was on the phone, and it caused the phone to overheat like 2 or 3 times. So I had to turn the truck facing away from the sun. But it's a nice day out here. It's probably in the upper 60s today. Just a few days ago, it was almost 80 degrees. Almost 80 here in Texas in February. And then it dropped down to like 40 the next day. Weird. But it was like 80 for 2 days. And I should have got out and tanned my arms. My arms are looking really pale. I hate pale skin. I can't stand being this, you know. But good thing about me is, like, I could go out in the sun for a day and I will be so dark, like, and it will last a long time. Like, my tan just now started to fade from like months ago, from the summertime. So still very cold out here. We're supposed to get more snow next week. Yeah, see, like, we like the snow like 1 or 2 days a year here in Texas. Like, that's cool, but if it's any more than 2 days, everything shuts down here. Like, nobody knows how to drive in it, and everybody wrecks. On the roads are shut down because there's so many wrecks, and stores shut down, the power goes out. It's just terrible. We don't know how to snow. You know, we can't do it. I do not. I do not. I thought about starting a Patreon a long time ago, but somebody was like, well, what do you have to offer for people signing up for Patreon? And I was like, I don't know. And they're like, well, what would you offer to your fans? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So, yeah, because I heard, like, people, like, do certain things. Yeah, I don't know if y'all got any ideas of, like, what would y'all like? You know, if I started a Patreon, what would y'all like? You know, because I'd love to start one, or a Discord. That'd be cool. I'm not sure how to start a Discord, but I could find out. So, music, okay. Freezing in Michigan. Yikes. Yeah, I hate that. but oh man, got my Aaliyah shirt on. I know I love Aaliyah. How could the one I gave my heart to break my heart so bad? Your love is a 1 in a million. As I'm on this journey to the past. Those are some of my favorites right there. So I like Journey to the Past. So sometimes I'm naughty. I'm not even gonna. Oh man. I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, they both suck. The cold and the heat. They suck. Cause like I really hate the cold, but in the summertime here it is like unbearable if you're outside, like trying to work in it, like it could kill you. It could literally kill you out here. It's crazy. Sometimes I'm naughty. How do you change the let's see, with retouch? What does that mean? Touch off? Touch on. What does this button do? Highlight save to your channel as unlisted video. What? What is going on? I thought you could. What is this? What does this do? Let's see. Oh, what? Oh, okay. What? What is that? That's weird. That was strange. That was let's go back. How did I do that? What happened? That was JFK Jr. and who's that? Pierce Brosnan, whatever. Apparently they are the same person as what that guy. This guy. There he is. That's what he says. So I don't believe that. Weird, huh? That was weird. Too much SMS. Yep. Yeah. That was weird. I've never done that. So I guess that's like a background thing you can do. So now that I know that, maybe I'll do that next time. I don't know. They keep changing stuff, like YouTube and stuff keeps changing, so yeah. But hey, JFK Jr., man, wasn't that guy handsome? That was a handsome dude. JFK was a handsome guy, you know? It's like, so, interesting stuff. So, maybe I fit right in, right in the middle. Right in the middle. What? Put my shades on. Hold on a second. So there's like all these people walking on. Like a bunch of like people come like right up to my truck. I don't know why. Like I'm out here in the parking lot away from everybody, and people want to walk like within 1 foot of my truck right here. I don't know why people do that. It's weird. These are the shades I had on that video. Why I prefer black women. These are the shades. And everybody's like, take your shades off. Still got them. I still got them. These are my shades. It's been like 6 or 7 years now. So yeah. Can't you do that? And it'll like do something to the, hey, it's me. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work on a live stream, but oh yeah. If I had money, tell you what to do. Go downtown, buy a Power Stroke or two. I'm crazy about a Power Stroke. Lord, I'm crazy about a Power Stroke. Gonna buy me a Power Stroke and cruise it up and down the road. Oh, man. Well, I had a girl. I stole her from a friend. He got lucky, stole her back again. She heard he bought a Power Stroke. Lord, she's crazy about a Power Stroke. I'm gonna buy me a Power Stroke and cruise it up and down the road. Oh! Do 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 do. I'm crazy. Or am I? Anyway, hello, and good morning, good afternoon. Still morning here, but it may be afternoon where you are. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, what a song. I do not own the rights to any music you hear on this channel. I do not own the rights to any music sung on this channel. God, I didn't say that last time. I got in trouble again. So, you always got to say that. Yes, keep us laughing and forgetting about our troubles. Great, when do I get to forget about mine? Oh, no. That's funny. I wonder if he's done yet. Waiting on Justin. Well, thank y'all. I mean, it's my pleasure to be able to help y'all. You know, that's why I do what I do. You know, I want to help y'all any way I can. I love to make people laugh. I love to entertain. You know, it's just amazing. So, somewhat, it will start now. It will drive, but it won't go over 50. Like when I get it up to 50, the truck starts shaking really, really bad, and the mechanic doesn't know why. So I got to take it to like another mechanic, like an actual like diesel mechanic. That mechanic, he didn't know, like he wanted to take the whole cab of the truck off to get to the engine because it's a diesel, so they're hard to like get down into. But somebody told me that he doesn't have to do that with these. This is an older model. This is a 2004. But I know it's like that with some of the newer ones. You got to take the entire cab off. But so, yeah, it could be. 'Cause I replaced the oil cooler, and then like something messed up with the turbo, or I didn't set the turbo right, and had an exhaust leak, so I had no power, no boost or anything. I think I fixed the exhaust leak, but it's still, it was still struggling to go, which it still is now. I still don't have like power. Like if I floor it, it won't go. It's like, and then like slowly picks up speed. So something is really lagging. I don't know what it could be, but the mechanic was like, yeah, it's throwing like 20 different codes. And I was like, well, what were the codes? And he's like, oh, I don't know, I didn't save them. So I'm like, oh, thanks, dude. So when I picked it up from him, the check engine light was on. I checked it. It was a PO117. And it turned out to be the coolant temperature sensor. So I replaced that, thinking that that would fix the engine performance, and it didn't. So I don't know what it is now. It has like no power. It doesn't want to go. And it shakes when it hits 50. It starts shaking really bad on the right side of the truck. So I have to keep it like below 50. Car was doing that too when I would go over a certain speed, but forgot what was causing it. Happened a while back. Definitely not a drive shaft. Yes, I'm from Texas. I mean, because I had to disconnect, like, to get to the oil cooler, I had to like disconnect all these sensors and stuff. So I don't know if I messed up a sensor or the fuel injectors, which I hope not, because I looked up one fuel injector for this 2004 6.0 F250, which is what this truck is. $500 for one, and it has 8. They're $500 a piece. So I hope I didn't screw that up. I don't know. So that could be bad. That's true, but this truck, it's deleted. The guy that had it before, he cut the cat off. So I don't think I'm allowed to say that though on the last stream. Yeah, it's deleted. The EGR is deleted. The EGR cooler is deleted. The catalytic converter is deleted. So yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to say any of that. No, I don't live in Texas. What? Anyway. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to take it to like a diesel mechanic or something. Maybe the Fickum or something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I plugged it in wrong. I don't know. It has like 3 little plugs. Maybe I mixed them up or something. I don't know if that could happen, or I don't know. That'd be great if that's all it is. I just plugged it in the wrong spot. Stuck it in the wrong hole, and sometimes that happens. It was kind of hard to get to in there, so. Yep. Oh, I tell you what. But we're gonna figure it out eventually. It's got to be fixed eventually. I don't know when, but we're putting along. You know, putting along until I figure it out. I can't believe. Don't feel bad. I have a 2008 Grand Prix I had in the shop 8 times and it's still not fixed. God. See, that's what I'm worried about. Because, like, the mechanic I took it to is a great mechanic. Like, I trusted him. I've never had any problems out of him. And he had it for like 5 days. It was like, I can't find the problem. And he's like, you got to take it somewhere else. It's like, oh, man, come on, dude. And he's like, I mean, really? He's like, I could find the problem, but it's going to be $1,000 just to check deeper into the engine. It was like, dude, not a chance. Just to look at it? No. So, but I mean, but he's not like a diesel expert or anything like that. So maybe a diesel expert, maybe they have a different computer they could hook it up to and just like figure it out like right away. You know, so, you know. 100%. Yeah, they're hard to work on. I've already had to replace the radiator, the serpentine belt. That was terrible to do. The radiator, serpentine belt, brake pads, new tires, which that's just maintenance stuff, but all that's just, everything's so stupid expensive on this truck. Oil changes are ungodly. If you take it to a shop, it's $200 for an oil change. And then they want you to change your fuel filters when you change the oil, so it's $400. Pep Boys, AutoZone. What else? Oh, thermostat. That was the first thing that went out. Now the engine cooler. Sorry, oil cooler. That was expensive. And took a lot of time to do. I've never worked on a diesel. I've never gone that deep into any engine. So it took me like 40 hours just to get that thing off and then back in the truck again. Because I had no idea what I was doing. I was just trying to figure it out, just taking stuff apart. And then I had to remember like where everything goes. And then, of course, I had to just replace the oil, or the coolant temperature sensor. So now the power steering pump is out. That's going to have to be replaced. It's pouring everywhere. So it was just like one thing after another. It's had to have exhaust work done. The turbo was going out, but it was like squealing really bad, but thank God it kind of fixed itself, I guess. So that's cool. Oh yeah, I'm having a better day so far. Thank you, B-Lady. Yeah, it's just a ton of problems. When one of these things goes out, everything goes out. So, but I mean, I love it though. This was my dream truck. So even though it's like, you know, what, 21 years old, it's still a really good truck, you know. I mean, I wouldn't change it for nothing. I mean, as many problems as I'm dealing with, like, it didn't have any problems for 8 months. Like for the first 8 months, everything was fine. Then the radiator blew up and the truck overheated, and then that's what caused all these problems, because the radiator cools everything down on this truck. On diesels, like, your radiator lines go through the oil cooler to cool the oil down and stuff, and because the oil couldn't cool down, it got too hot and busted all the gaskets that have to do with the oil. So I had a massive oil leak. I was going through a gallon of oil a day in this thing, and it holds 15 quarts. So I was going through 7 gallons of oil a week. And I have the proof to prove it, because it's all over the front driveway. It is everywhere on the street. It is bad. Probably gonna get a ticket. But you can repair these new ones. Yeah. If I was to get like a newer diesel, it would be like $5,000-$10,000 for anything to fix on it. And they're even worse. Like, everything goes out on the new ones. Like, everything's electronic on the new ones and stuff. So I don't even want a new one, you know. At least with this older one, I can pretty much almost do everything myself. So you know. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta check in with Justin, see if he's done over here. I gotta pick him up. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Yep. Oh man. Texas Building Supply. Never heard of them. I have to check in with them. Oh man. But yeah, I guess I'm about to go scoop Justin, go pick him up, and then I got to figure out what we're gonna do with Alicia's truck, because it's still there. Gonna figure out if we can pull it with a strap, try to safely get it moved, and hopefully it won't crash into my truck. That's what I'm worried about, is her truck crashing into my truck, because she has no brakes, you know. So looks like that's what we're gonna have to do. So I will keep y'all updated, and so her truck is still at the church. I was not able to bleed the brakes properly last night. I don't know. I wasn't able to get the air out of it. So when you hit the brakes, it's just going all the way to the floor still. So I changed out the brake caliper and the brake pads and all that, but it's still going to the floor, and I can't figure it out. So we're gonna have to try to pull her truck off that property, because they already put like the orange ticket on her window saying that it's getting towed. So, you know, we gotta figure out, you know, how to get it to a brake shop or something, and then see if they can bleed the brakes. So, because I can't figure it out. I tried and tried for like 2 hours last night to do it, to get the air out, and just wasn't working. So very disappointed in that. So I guess just pray for us, you know, that everything will be safe, because it is kind of on a little busy road right there, and I wouldn't be able to go very fast at all. So I just hope that nobody hits us, you know. But we got to do what we got to do. So, but I'm probably just gonna try to tow it to a brake shop and leave it there until she can get the money to get the brake split or figure out whatever's wrong with it. You know, hopefully they'll just let her leave it there. You know, so that's the best that I can do for her. So, thank you. Yeah, they, you know, it's just, it's sad that, you know, the pastor of the church is not willing to help her, you know. Any mechanics in my church? No, I don't really talk to anybody in my church. It seems like everybody just kind of really stuck up in my church, you know, so I just kind of avoid everybody when I go to church, you know. Like, I was going to ask my church for help with the truck, but I just kind of figured they would say no. And if they was to say no, I would probably be very offended by them saying no. And I don't want to ruin that for, you know, I have a good relationship with the pastor and stuff, and, you know, I just don't want to, because I know they can help me. I know they can, but it's just a matter of, will they? I don't know. So it's like, it would just ruin things for me if they said no, figure it out on your own or something like that, you know, because I know how I am. And if I was in that position, and how, you know, I was a tithing member to that church, whatever, you know, and then they was to say no, I would just be like, okay, then I'm done with you guys, because I would pull out the verses in the Bible too. Like, I would tell the pastor, I'd be like, okay, pastor, what about when Jesus said right here in red, give to whoever asks of you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow. You know, like, that's where my mind goes, especially when it comes to churches. Like, that's a commandment from the Lord. Give. That's a command. He's telling you to give. You know, so if you have it and someone needs it and you can give it, then do it. You know, it's kind of how he's. And it says, like, if somebody asks, what does he say? If someone asks for your sandals, give him as also your cloak as well. And if someone asks you to go 1 mile, go with him too. So it's like, go, give above and beyond. Give, and it shall be given. You know, it's a commandment from God. And, you know, so, like, when I was a pastor, like, I did a lot of giving, you know, because that's just kind of how I look at it. You know, it's a commandment to give, you know, and I know that my church makes a lot of money. They've showed us the finances before, and yeah. So, and I mean, and maybe they would help me, but I just, and I mean, I may end up having to ask them because my truck's still not 100%, but, you know, I asked a church one time. I've only done it once, but it was a church that I was going to, and I had gone there for a few years, and I had asked them for help with like $100 electric bill, and they that. I'm getting a lot of phone calls. I'm gonna have to get off of here in a second. But let's see. But I had asked him for like help with $100 electric bill, and they were like very reluctant to help me. And they were like, you know, do you go to this church? And I was like, yes, I've been going here for like 5 years. And they're like, well, do you tithe to this church? And I was like, not sure why that matters, but yes, I do. And they're like, well, how much would you say you've given to us? And I was like, you know what? No, thanks. I was like, I don't need your help, because that's none of your business. And if you're basing what you give me based off what I've given to y'all, then Christ is not in you. Christ is not at this church. And I stopped going, you know. So I just felt like that was some dumb questions. You know, I wouldn't ask people that. That Jesus didn't say interview people. He said give. Give to whoever asks. It's that simple. But, you know, like they say, churches are businesses now. So, you know, they don't want to do that. Oh yeah, you know, just like Kenneth Copeland here. You know, Kenneth Copeland is a big one. Oh, what does she need for her truck? Well, I replaced the brakes last night, but I can't get the brake. I can't bleed the brakes, basically. I can't get that to work. So she needs the brakes to be bled. So we got to take it to a brake shop. There's a brake shop like 100 yards away, maybe a little further, but we got to try to get it up there and park it up there. So, but yeah, she was asking the people at the church, can you help me? Can you get my truck towed? You know, it'll be $85 to get it towed. And they're like, no, get your truck off my property, or we will have it towed to an impound. So, me and that guy, we almost got into it yesterday. You know, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta call Alicia and see what's going on, and see what how we're gonna do this. So until next time, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in today. At least I got to go live during the daytime today. But I got to go help her with that. Then I got to install a lady's AC unit in her window later today, because it's starting to get kind of hot down here. So I'm gonna help her with that. But anyways, see y'all later. Y'all take care, and love y'all. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.